I can live comfortably anywhere now. That all sounds good to you. MyTranscend.com. You'll be glad you did. Try the Transcend Mini CPAP risk-free and sleep comfortably for 10 special nights. There's a money-back guarantee. Call MyTranscend.com now. 1-800-788-866. That's 1-787-6866. 1-800-787-6866.
You guys, I just got done with an emotion code call. She's so amazing. Hey, Mandy. You're muted, sweetie. But if you guys are not doing emotion code, you need to check it out because wow, it's amazing.
Who did you do it with, Michele?
Who
did you do it with?
Crystal.
Awesome.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
yeah.
well, you know, I was at convention, I'm doing pretty good and this and that and the other thing. And then she's like, okay, well, and you've got this here and this, and that's around like social media. I'm like, what? Okay. These are very specific. Oh, there's this thing with Jason and like, yes, 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 and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. It's so incredible. Hey, Becky.
Hey.
I was just talking about, good. I just got off my emotion code for the week.
Is it good?
Are you vibing high right now?
So amazing.
Super, super high.
Do another one. I haven't done one in a while.
Yeah.
I'm doing one every week because Lord knows I need it right now.
Right? Yeah. Oh, there's Kelly and baby Ella. I'm so sad I didn't go and ask to hold Ella for a minute.
Oh. Squeeze that little baby.
I know.
All right. Turn off my Facebook. Or it's going to bug me. Where is it?
Ooh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that too.
Is everybody rubbing on their calm roller right now?
Valor.
You got, yeah, well. So my kids were extra fractious this morning. And they just, you know, they're in the house, go brush your teeth. And I hear the bigger one yelling at the littler one, like, stop touching, you did that on purpose. I did not do that on purpose. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. I'm like, oh my God, really? So once I finally got them out, I'm like, here, have some calm.
Roll it on.
Here, have this under your tongue. So I gave them like 0.12, like half of the 0.25, because that's the dosage I'm taking of the cool mint. They just like, by the time we got into the car to go to school, because they're in school, they were like, can I help you with that? Oh, that would be lovely. I'd really like that. How about this? Oh, okay. Oh, let's listen to this song and sing it together. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get started. If y'all are unmuted, it might help to mute yourself if you don't mind. Then we can hear each other. So, okay, looks like most everybody can. Someone's not. Let's see. Okay. Well, welcome everybody I'm so glad you're all here. I know some of y'all were with us at convention and we had so much fun. It was so awesome. Always awesome to be with our Young Living community at convention because we see each other on Facebook, but it's way better in person. So much better. So hopefully all of y'all that weren't there got to watch the recap and everything going on in our live at Revolution Oil's live at convention group. It was a Facebook event. So hopefully everybody saw that. If you haven't, we tried to share some of it to the Facebook group, or you could go into Facebook and just search Revolution Oil's live at convention and then find all the fun stuff we did because it was just so fun. And there's just every time I go to convention, I realize that y'all are my people and we so enjoy each other's company and we so are in it for the same things. We're in it for the people. We're in it for the things that Gary was in it for wellness and helping people and really connecting and creating authentic community. And so that has to be my very favorite part of convention is that connection and that community. And of course, just knowing that we're in this together. And so we're going to hear from today a few different people, some of our same leaders as the last call. If you didn't listen to the last call, make sure you go into our July links in our Revolution Oils Facebook group and you can find a link to the last call. But we're going to talk about convention today some more. We're going to talk about some of our favorite products, some of our favorite takeaways. And then we're also having Mandy Webb is going to tell us her Young Living story. So I'm so excited about that. I love her story. And then at the end, if you want to stick around, we'll just do a few Q&A again. But I wanted to just talk to y'all about my favorite convention product, which was the cute feather owl diffuser. Did any of y'all buy the owl diffuser? I hope you did. And if you haven't yet, you must grab this. And I told my sister, so my sister just had a baby like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I get to go see the sweet little baby in a couple weeks. But I told my sister, I'm like, oh, we got to get this diffuser for the baby's room. And so I have it over here. Here's Feather. So if you haven't seen it yet, hopefully you've seen Feather in action, but he's so sweet. Look at him. And he has like the most amazing mist, which I love. And you know what? I also love that you get to push his little talons to turn him on and off. So this side is to turn him on and off. And then this side turns his lights on and off. And then in the back, he has a white noise feature. And so you've got white noise, you've got birds chirping, you've got water running and all that stuff. So it's like the cutest little diffuser for baby's room. Yay. All right. So I am going to ask Mandy to go ahead and unmute herself. And then she's going to tell us a little bit about her experiences with Young Living and how she got started. And maybe some of her favorite parts of convention too. So go ahead, Mandy.
All right. Can everybody hear me? Yeah? Okay. Okay, perfect. Everybody's nodding, so my phone works. Okay, first of all, if you've never tried Highest Potential and Valor together, I highly suggest you try it because for some reason, I'm super nervous. I don't know why, because I am a very social person and I like to talk, but for some reason, I'm just clammy. But I love you guys, and so I'm not nervous anymore because I love your beautiful faces. Okay, so a little bit about my story. First of all, I'm a mom of 3. I'm 32 years old. I live in Ridgefield, Washington, and for the past 3 years, I have been a single mom. And it's a story that I really never thought that I would tell. I married my high school sweetheart and thought that, in my 20s, that everything was going to be exactly how I pictured it going to be forever. And God had a massively different story for my life. And because of Young Living, I've been able to tell it boldly and without fear, and something that I never thought would happen. So I'll give you a little backstory too. So I got involved with Young Living from a blog post. So post because people see them and then you never know who's going to read it. And this is like somebody who I didn't even know like I just saw him on Instagram. It was no connection with my friends. It had nothing to do with any of my network. I just literally was like, oh, I know about essential oils, kind of lavender. But I had really no idea what the whole like community and Young Living, what they were about. I just wanted to get the diffuser with my oils. So post, that's my first thing. And then, so I actually got the kit and I started using them, and then more and more people started talking about it. One was Rayma Pfeiffer, as you all know, and we went to high school together. And so I was like, oh, I do Young Living as well. And then we just kind of like reconnected our friendship. She was a little bit older than me in high school. And so that kind of reconnected us, and we've been soul sisters ever since. So I had actually kind of started using them when I was married. And I made a bit of a paycheck. I think my highest paycheck when I was married was $700, which was incredible. It was like the third month that I had joined. I'd signed up like 25 people, all my family, of course, and they were amazing. But and I was like, oh, this is actually sort of doable. But I still had no idea what was going to be in store for me. I was basically just doing it to get my oils paid for, and as a fun hobby. I was a stay-at-home mom, and so it was just kind of fun to like fill my time with that. And then one day, and it's going to turn a little dark corner, I was married, and then the next day I was being told that my then husband was leaving me for another woman and basically figured out. And I was just like, what? Like, if you would have asked me at that week before that in 1 week my whole life was going to be like upside down, I would have laughed, because at that point I thought everything was incredible. I knew we had our issues, but like not those types of issues. So so I kind of had to figure it out, and I kind of got thrown in the deep end. And at that point I really did not know how to swim. And it's waters that you never feel that you know how to navigate, but you're basically forced into. And so so that was kind of the start of why I finally was like, okay, I have to make this work. I had 3 kids under 4. I wasn't going to go get a job and be away from my babies and pay for childcare. So I was like, what did I need to do to supplement my income? My parents were incredible, and they helped me out a little bit the first year. But by that first year, after hitting silver, I was able to then fully supplement my income. And I was able to pay my rent. I was able to pay my bills. It was tight. I mean, for sure, there was definitely moments where I was like, Mom, can we come over to your house for dinner? Because I don't get paid until tomorrow and I need to go grocery shopping. So stuff like that. And then as I have really like immersed myself into this community and these people, and I think like what Becky said, I love the products. I love the oils. I love Young Living. But really at the end of the day, the thing that got me through my divorce was you guys and my family, and really like days that I'd be stuck on the couch because I was so depressed, and I'd get text messages from my friends, and I'm gonna cry, and I'm sorry, people who I don't even know in person, you know, I never met, and they were texting me and just saying, we have your back and we love you, and what can we do? What can we do to help support you? And do you need boosts on your posts, and like all these different things? And I'm just like, I was just blown away. And then all of a sudden it just made me want to do that to all my friends and my family. And so really at the end of the day, the reason why I love this community is because it got me through the darkest times in my life. And now I'm not stressed about money. That's probably the first time I've ever been able to say that in 32 years of living. This season that I'm in is peaceful and calm, and I get to say yes to my kids on things that I never thought I'd get to say yes to before. And I get to I have this opportunity that I want to buy my own house, and all these things that I never ever in a million years thought was possible. And it's thanks to Young Living and the people that have supported me through this entire journey. So that's a little bit about my story. And that's like the real Cliff Notes version of it. There's a lot of drama and stuff that I don't need to get into, but basically I went from nothing to my name, no savings account, no safety net that I'd ever had because I was a stay-at-home mom, to now I'm a silver and I make enough to pay everything and save each month and go and take my kids to Disneyland. And that's because I never stopped. There's months that are lower and I have to kind of figure out what I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to post. I'm still going to reach out to people. I'm still going to communicate with my people. And now my team is over 1,500 people. And it just blows me away. So if you ever feel that it's not doable, it is absolutely doable. I don't have a big internet following. I don't have a blog. I'm just a single mom who just put my yes on the table and said, this is what I want to do. These are the people that I want to surround myself with. This is the world that I want to have. And then going to convention and reacquainting with these, this is my 4th one. And I get to see these faces that I only get to see once a year, but these bonds are probably stronger than any bond that I even have in my world in Washington, besides my family. That is incredible. I don't even, it just blows my mind. So my takeaway from convention is just go. I wasn't going to go this year because I had a lot of stuff on my plate. And then all of a sudden I had these little nudges, and I know it was God just saying, you have to be there. You have to be there. You need to show up. You need to be there for your team. And so I'm so glad that I went, even though things were a little tense at home. And I went, and all of a sudden I'm like, yes, this is why I'm here. You are why I'm here. You are why I'm here. And I got to connect with the team, my team who was all there. And that was incredible. And I love the products and I love everything. So if you guys ever want to message me and ask me questions, if you're going through some tough times, either marriage wise or just financially, message me, because I would love to talk to you about a little bit more about my story. And I don't want to go too long, but I love you guys and I'm so grateful for you. And I just want you to know that. So done.
Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me share.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks.
I feel like this is one of my favorite parts too. I just love hearing everyone's story. Everyone has their own story, and it's amazing how our community comes together. But first, I think the first step is always, reaching out too. So yeah, like Mandy said, if you have, something you want to chat with her about, reach out to her, because we don't know what you're dealing with unless you reach out. And so that's the best way to connect. So please do that. So thanks, Mandy, so much. I had so much fun with you at convention. We had the best time. All right. Is Corianne on here yet? I don't know if she's on yet. She was running a little late because she had to do something. If not, I'll go ahead and have Katie chat. She's going to share with us some of her favorite convention products and talk about CBD a little bit.
Hi, friends. It's good to see you on here. It's fun to see these faces. I'm going to share with you a little bit about CBD, which is released at convention, which I'm sure you all know about at this point. And it was a very exciting announcement. We were thrilled that they had the products there and available to buy. So the two that I've used the most of have been this muscle joint balm, it says on here, and the Calm Roller. And I'll just show you the other products just so you can see. There's the Cool Mint CBD oil, which tastes great. The citrus I haven't opened yet and tasted that, so if somebody else has, and then the cinnamon CBD oil. I haven't opened that one yet, but I've heard it's amazing. The labels do say for topical use only, but this is an FDA thing, just like our whole oil situation. So use your discretion and do your research and use them how you want. The CBD rub has been amazing. So at convention, I had my 2-year-old with me. I had Molly with me, and she is like 26 pounds, and I carried her in the carrier a lot of the time. She took her naps in the carrier because we were out and about at events. So I did a lot of carrying her around. So my lower back felt horrible and my shoulders felt horrible. And this muscle rub, I put this stuff on the day I got it, like as soon as I got back to the room. I felt so much better. I slept well because my body felt felt better. And I was just amazed at how quick it helped me feel better and at how long lasting it was. I put it on my husband last night because he's got that shoulder that's been bugging him, and he had great relief with it. So we were super, super impressed by this. And everybody I talked to who used this at convention said the same thing. And it was kind of the perfect place to use it when you're on your feet all day. And so there's that one. And then the Calm Roller is, it's got, it must have vetiver in it because I smell that when I put this on. Yeah, it has vetiver, frankincense, ylang ylang, orange, lavender are all of the essential oils in it, in addition to the CBD and some other carrier oils. And this is so calming. Like I put this on me and on Molly before bed at night, and it really helped her chill out after being overly stimulated all day long. And I just felt so relaxed, and it made it way easy to fall asleep. Like no mind racing, just calm, peaceful. And we both slept better. Like we both, I mean, granted, my other two kids weren't there, so that helped, I'm sure. But it's just amazing, the sense of calm. And it wasn't like I've used it during the day too, and I just kind of felt like I eased through the day. And convention is intense. There's a lot going on, and so it was just nice to have something that kind of helped mellow out, like so that I could experience it in a more just like clear and enjoyable way, rather than being a freak about all the things going on, because there's tons to do, and you have to make convention yours, and you have to participate in the things that are really good for you, and then ditch the things that are not so great. But it's, and not so great from a standpoint of like just being overwhelmed. I mean, like you can't get to everything and do everything, but those products were amazing. I have to confess, though, that I don't know a ton about CBD and how it works. I'm just learning with everybody else. And this is what happened when I started with oils. I was just learning with everybody else. And I just want to encourage everyone to use the products and see how they work for you. So you are your own science experiment. You are the only one who knows how they work for you and your body. Everybody's bodies are different. It's been really fun to hear different people's testimonies about it, because people all have varying experiences. I've heard so many positive experiences. So and then there are going to be some really great resources that are out for you guys. There were 2 books at convention. Dr. Ali Wenker's book, The Power of CBD and Essential Oils, is, you can get that through Life Science Publisher. And that's an amazing book that talks about how CBD and essential oils work together. And that's unique to our product, is that those 2 are combined. Most places just sell the CBD oil. And so we're the only ones that actually combine the power of really amazing essential oils and really amazing organic CBD oil for an even greater effect. So there's that book. There's also Cody Lynn Kaler has a book called CBD Plant-Based Wellness, and you can get that through growinghealthyhomes.com. Becky's showing it to you right now. She is a wealth of knowledge. She's been using this forever for herself and for her kids. And so she has written this book, which is great. She also has this week or next week, maybe Wednesday, coming out a digital class with a script that you can use for Facebook or PowerPoint as well. So you'll have access to that through Growing Healthy Homes. And she'll also have Insta Stories pictures to use. So that will be an amazing resource to have to learn for yourself and then be able to share with other people. And then also several diamonds are putting together a diamond-led CBD education group. So that's called the CBD Collective. And we can all get you guys added to that, but it's going to be a great resource where all of these different diamonds will contribute all the information they know and have. And it'll be like the Savvy Minerals group, if you guys have been in that one too, where it's just tons of great information. We really wanted it to be a resource for everyone to be able to prospect people to who have questions, send members to, but just make it all accessible for all of us as we're all learning. So really quickly, I'm going to share a few things about convention. I'm going to share some things I want you to know, and then I'll share my favorite things about convention. But I want to make sure that you know about the new standard of clean makeup that they announced with Savvy products. This totally blew me away, because I know that there are other makeup companies out there that are talking about how clean their makeup is. And I've always been a little bit hesitant to trust several of these other companies that say that their makeup is clean. I know they don't use lots of things, but do they not use all the things? And so it was announced that the US bans only 11 ingredients, and the EU, European Union, bans like 100 and I mean, 1,700-ish. I can't remember what the exact number was. And then other companies in the US who claim to be super clean ban about 1,500 product or ingredients. And Savvy Minerals has committed to not including 2,500 potentially harmful ingredients, which is amazing. I wasn't a huge makeup user before Savvy came out, but it's so nice to know that I can just use it and not worry about it. My kids can use it. My daughter loves putting on lip gloss. And like we walk by Claire's at the mall and I'm like, no, you can't get that makeup phone. We'll have to figure out how to make you your own makeup phone with some Savvy makeup. So I want to make sure you heard about that. Our oils are going into space on Wednesday. The thing about this, I mean, this is incredibly cool in and of itself, but what this tells me is that Young Living is always looking at pushing that envelope, always looking at what's the next thing they can be involved in. How can we, have the best research, the best scientists working on our products. And I was floored when they said that we have a relationship with NASA and they're sending essential oils and our seeds up into space. The rocket launches on Wednesday. It was supposed to be Sunday, but now it's Wednesday, so you can actually check that out. And they're going to study the radiation effects on seeds and essential oils in space. So that's crazy and was just so cool to know that that's the direction Young Living is going. They actually walked out all the scientists that are behind all of our products onto stage, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. And they put a big list up of all the names, and it's just incredible. I mean, we all see Dr. Book's face because he gets on and talks to us about the science, but it's amazing how many talented scientists they have behind our products. So I know a lot of us don't always know exactly how they work, and we just talk about our experiences, but there are so many highly qualified people who are ensuring the efficacy and the quality of all of our products. So I want to tell you that. The foundation is like one of my most favorite parts of convention, and I weep every time they show those foundation videos, because we are an incredible movement of people who are working to better the lives of people in general when it comes to sharing essential oils and it's sharing about health and minimizing toxic chemicals in our lives, building relationships, on and on and on. And then when you see what the foundation is doing, we are involved in so many amazing projects, from ending human trafficking, to removing chiggers from kids' feet and giving them shoes so that they can then go about their life, to providing malaria nets, to orphanages, there's so much that we're doing. And in just 1 week at convention, not even a week, the Young Living Foundation, based on the generosity of all of the Young Living members there, raised over $1.3 million. That to me says that not only is this a community of people who want to support and help each other, but it's a community of givers who really care about what's happening in the world. Young Living always covers all of the overhead expenses for any of these projects. So when you donate to the foundation, every penny that you donate goes directly to helping that specific project. And I'll have to find some of these videos that they played and post them in Revolution Oils, because it makes such a huge impact to see what we're doing out in the world beyond just when we are talking about oils, etc. And then beyond that, and I'll stop talking, but my favorite part of convention is connecting up with the people. It gets me so fired up to see all these people in person, to get to hug everybody, to hang out at lunches. Becky had a great lunch for her team, which was just so fun to all be together. And there's just nothing that replaces that. So, that is, it's just key. Like, showing up and being there and connecting and experiencing all of this together is so key. Oh, Sarah Enquist said that there are videos in our virtual office already for the foundation. So we'll have to grab some of those from there and we can post those in the group. But yeah, if you have any inkling to come to convention, just come. Just buy your ticket with the intention of it working out, and it will come together. We'll chat with you about saving for it, but it's really like, I put it off for a long time. I was a gold before I came to convention. And when I came, I sat there and just thought, why in the world did I not do this sooner? So, all right, I'm going to pass the baton.
Thanks, Katie. I know, I love that. I love that the people that you hang around, you become more like, and I know at the same time you attract people that you're like. So I think that's so awesome that we have a community that does give like crazy, and that's so generous and so loving. And really, Gary Young and Mary really led the way on that. And I love seeing that, their hearts for the people, and just to give, all the things. And that's really what Young Living's about. You know, a lot of times people can say what they will about network marketing or whatever, but it's like you get around this community, you're like, it's not all about flashy things. We know that Mary says over and over and over that money in the hands of good people do good things. And so we know that we can do good things when we're blessed with an income too. And Young Living is such an amazing way to do that with people that are like-minded and want to care for other people, right? I'm going to invite Corianne on next. I think I saw her on here. Are you here, Corianne?
Yep.
Okay. And you're up, girl. Tell us your favorite parts of convention and your favorite product.
Well, okay. So I have so many things that I loved about convention. It was so different this year because last year I came by myself. I had one other team member that was here, but last year they split us up. So general sessions were in 2 different places. And so I was actually in a totally different location than my team member. So I really didn't have like a team vibe last year. I went to the dinners that our uplines put on, and it was awesome. And I got to meet people that I'd only ever talked to on Facebook. So that was cool. But this year was so different because I had 25 team members with me. You guys, if you don't already have access, I mean, we all can buy tickets right now for next year, the early bird pricing. Buy them for your team members, have them send you the money and then buy their tickets for them. Because that's how I got so many people here with me this year. We bought it when we bought the tickets last year because of all the hype. Last year when the early bird tickets went on sale. So many people bought in. A lot of people didn't show up. I think we had like close to 40 people buy tickets last year and only 25 showed up, but 25 is insane. You guys, I was so overwhelmed in the good ways. I was excited that my team was prioritizing this with me, and we sat together during general sessions. We got to see each other at dinners. It was just, we saw each other in passing a ton. You'd think with 40,000 people, we wouldn't like run into our teammates. No, I ran into my team the entire time. It was a blast. And I am excited that I think most of them, all of them are going to come back next year. So being there with a team is awesome. Even if you don't have a team to bring with you, get there. Like Katie said, it took her until she was a gold to go. I only went because people made me. Mandy was like, you need to come to convention. And I was like, okay, like I'll go to convention. So don't be shy about stepping out and telling your team. I think everybody needs to be a part of convention every year, but at least once or twice. I think that it's one of those non-negotiables. I feel like we all need to be there because we get to hear about the heart of our company. We get to walk in the fields. I almost didn't do the farm this year again because I've done it a couple of times now with retreats. And there is something so special about setting foot in the dirt, planting the seedlings, talking to the farmers, watching the distillation, watching the bottling. Like I can't even put into words. You guys know if you were there. Everybody needs to experience the farm. And I'm so glad I went back this year. I almost was like, yeah, I'll let everyone go. The crowds are kind of crazy. But we went on Saturday, which was the last day. Highly recommend to do that. Do not go on Wednesday. It's so crazy overpopulated. Wait till the last day to go to the farm because it was pretty quiet when we went. We only stood in line for a little bit to walk through the distillery, but non-negotiable, you guys, and definitely prioritize being at the farm. There is just something so incredible about seeing the process literally from seed to seal. You can see them. They give you the seedlings to put in the ground, and then you walk through the distillery and watch the bottling. You're watching seed to seal in action, and it's really powerful. So that is my favorite part. It was my favorite part last year. It's my favorite part this year. I will never skip the farm. I will go to the farm again every single time I'm there in Mona or in Salt Lake. My favorite product, well, CBD is clearly my favorite. But since there's so much to talk about, I'm going to talk to you guys about the 25th anniversary blend because I have a really cool hack or DIY for you with this blend and CBD. So if you guys have done any research at all, CBD is kind of everywhere. We have the best now because we have essential oil infused CBD, which is incredible. But we also have an unscented CBD oil for pets. And it has just CBD and coconut oil, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put that in a little dropper bottle, okay? And you're gonna add a whole bunch of drops of this 25th anniversary oil, and you're gonna make the best skincare serum ever because you have CBD infused oil infused amazingness all over your face. So let me just tell you the oils that are in this. Sacred sandalwood, myrrh, ylang ylang, lavender, helichrysum, and frankincense. Is that it? Oh, cedarwood and rose also. All incredible skin rollers, all incredible for glow. This smells like perfume. I wear it literally like perfume, but put it on your face with some CBD, you guys, like CBD skincare. Boom, we have it. I don't have pets, so that's what I'm using the pet line for. But how cool is that to use the CBD roller or the CBD oil and the 25th anniversary blend and make it into an incredible glow roller. So how cool is that? I mean, I'm hesitant sometimes for coconut oil on my face, but we'll just see how it goes. Coconut oil can sometimes clog pores, but there's, I mean, probably a small amount, I would assume, in the CBD. We're just going to try it because that's what we do. We are our own science experiments. We try things out on ourselves, and then we talk about if we liked it or if we didn't. If we don't like it, I probably won't share it. So I'm telling you guys this because this is what our job is. Our job is to use our products, to try things, to not ask for permission, just figure it out, become your own expert, and then don't shut up about it. So that's what I do every day. I try things out. I am my own guinea pig. I'm very excited for all of these products. There's so many, I mean, the owl diffuser, literally everything I'm obsessed with. So, but I'm most excited to try my own skincare with CBD. So let me know if you guys try it and what you think of it. Also, I wanted to talk really quick. I know we already kind of covered CBD, but someone asked me, and so I thought that I would just address it here, why CBD oil is diluted with coconut oil. They're like, you know, there's people that are going to be out there that are saying like, well, they have coconut oil and they're blah, blah, blah. Well, all CBD, if it's an isolate, has a carrier oil added to it. Most companies use hemp oil. The reason we don't use hemp oil is because it goes rancid. It has to be kept at a certain temperature. Coconut oil doesn't. It's the mildest carrier we could have used in it. So Nature's Ultra made that call and we agreed with them. Hemp oil also can contain trace amounts of THC. So this is also how we're ensuring that there is no THC in our products. So people are not going to get drug tested and, you know, have a positive drug test. So that's just two main reasons why we decided to use coconut oil in our CBD rather than hemp oil. So I just thought that was worth mentioning because I literally just had the conversation this morning and I thought it was really beneficial. So that's all I've got. And I'm super excited to hear from everybody else. Sorry I was late.
That's okay. Thanks, Corianne. I just want to kind of reiterate what Corianne said about being your own science experiment and using those products and then sharing about them. So for those of you, I think we've all had reservations at one time or another of feeling salesy or sounding salesy or whatever. But I want to tell you right now that when you really communicate from your heart, and this is one way to share from your heart, then it's really, people can see that. People know that. And this is one way to do it, is say, you know, use your stuff, share your information, you know, share your own experiences. And then that's how you really earn trust from people, is that they know, oh, well, you know, I mean, I think people know that Corianne will just tell you how it is, right? Like that's how she's earned trust with a lot of her members and the, you know, the people that watch her. And so I think that that's such a great lesson to learn and remember as we are just like using these products. And the thing is that I have people all the time say, well, I don't really know how to use this or that. But I mean, I know in reality in my home, the way that we really learn to use our products really is by putting them on, learning how our body feels when we put them on, because you are a bio individual. You experience your products in a different way than anybody else. No doctor, no Young Living person, you know, that's used products, you know, since 2013, or if someone's used products longer than you, is my point, they can't really tell you how to use your products. The best part of using Young Living products is really honing in on that intuition and just starting to use stuff and starting to develop that intuition. I feel like it's so lost in our culture, and it's such a cool way to really know how to use your products, right? So that's an awesome, I love those tips about the CBD from Corianne. So go out and try that. Another thing I just want everybody to know about CBD is that Nature's Ultra is, you know, a partnership with Young Living. Now, Young Living acquired it, so Young Living does own the company, but it's a partnership. So when you're talking about Young Living and Nature's Ultra, just talk about that as in it's a partnership with Young Living just for legality's sake. So I'm just gonna say that here. But so next we have Rayma. So Rayma's gonna chat with us a little bit. Yoo-hoo!
Hello, you guys. Good morning. I was a little bit nervous actually to talk today because I was going to talk about the olive oil supplement that I got excited about. And then I was like, I don't really know what it's about exactly, you know? And so that's the thing. You don't have to, like with CBD, I put it on. I haven't tried the olive oil thing yet, so that's coming. But you put it on and you're like, it works. And then I got like, how does it work? Like I want to actually know now because I was kind of like, whatever, it works. It's like copiated, but call it good. But the effect that I had within 30 seconds of Becky putting it on me, I'd stayed out late last night and she had an extra bed in her room and I was sharing a bed with somebody and every time I would come in, like she would wake up and it would just be a mess. So she's like, just stay in my room. And she's like, here, she had me try the calm roller. And it was like within 30 seconds, I was like, what is this? Like, what is happening? I just like melted. Like when I pet my dog, you know, if you have animals and then they just like, they melt and you rub their bellies. It was like, that was like drool, you know? And I'm like, this is amazing. So I was like, and I did the thing, you guys, I was like, we're in Oregon, same as where you land. Like we're in Oregon. Like my husband actually worked in the cannabis industry right when it launched. You know, for a little bit. So he gave me some, you know, things to try. And I was like, you know, it's cool. And I did not understand the amazingness. And it always blows me away that Young Living just knocks it out of the ballpark over and over and over. And I don't know why I would think that it wouldn't be incredible, you know? So the muscle rub, same thing. We, Kelly had a really good tip at our lunch. And she said, do the Cool Azul pain cream with the CBD muscle rub, combine them and like put them on. She was wearing her baby Ella, her sweet baby Ella. And she said, I was still tingly after hours. And then I was like, oh my goodness. So my favorite two things, I like the deep relief roll on with Cool Azul. That's my like, oh my goodness, took my friend's attention right away. I was like, what about 3 of them together? Like boom, you know? So I'm like, all these things we can do Idaho balsam fir, we can do copaiba, you know what I mean? We can just combine the things we already have to enhance even that amazing CBD muscle rub, even though the muscle rub is amazing by itself, you know? So it's just really fun. Like we said, like Corianne was saying, like use your products, be intuitive, you know, try different things that work for your bio individuality and your chemistry. With that being said, I'm going to nerd out a little bit on the science. Apparently that's what I do. So we're just going to go there a little bit with with the olive oil product. So I'm just going to talk about that because I feel like if I talk about other things, it's just going to go too long. So, because that's an amazing product in and of itself. So I will tell you just a really, really brief thing. I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a grapefruit-sized cancer tumor in my chest cavity at 19. I was going away to college and there was once a month, every summer, once a month, I would do some cardiovascular thing and I would start to get really shortness of breath, like just like, and I didn't know what was going on. I was actually at my mentor's house who her husband was a cardiologist and he would check my back and my heart and he was like, it sounds everything's fine, you know, just take some acid reflux or something. And then another time it was, you know, we had called the ER and they're like, oh, just take ibuprofen on the hour every hour for 24 hours because they don't know, they're just trying to help you. Well, the third time it happened, I collapsed. And I was mowing lawns out in the heat and I came in, I just fell down. And so we went to the ER. Long story short, we were joking around. We're like, this is so fun. We're in the ER and everybody's like serious, you know? And then he comes in and says, you're going to have to stay in town. We think that it's cancer. And you could hear a pin drop and I just lost it. So the point of me saying that is I went through chemo and then I went through radiation. And so the radiation I actually didn't need, come to find out later, because it's just the statistics of really bad stuff happening to me start in my 50s and beyond because I had it so young, like all this gnarly stuff, thyroid things, secondary cancers, leukemia, so all these things. So when people see how I eat and what I do, they're like, you're insane. I'm like, well, I don't have a choice. Like I have to be because that cellular DNA damage from radiation can cause long-term effects. And we're exposed to these things all the time, but not at that level. So like regardless of if you've had cancer or not, we know that cancer is completely on the rise, right? We know that, and it can be completely preventative with diet and lifestyle. 95% of cancers are lifestyle, and 5% are actually genetic. So that shows that we have a lot of control in what we do, what we put on in and on our bodies. So that being said, when I heard about anything I hear, anytime I hear an antioxidant, I'm like, sign me up, I need that, because that's what sweeps away the free radical damage that damages our DNA. And I'm like, I had enough of that, you know? So I listened to it, and I also, there's also parsley involved, and parsley is an amazing chelator. Like, it helps, this is not compliant, so please don't repeat, but it can help detoxify heavy metals in your body that get stuck, things like that. So I was like, oh my goodness, I need to know more about this. So first of all, it's called Olive Essentials. It's a supplement. It helps support vascular heart health. It supports total body wellness, healthy immune system, internal cleansing, and it contains, and I hope I say this right, hydroxytyrosol. Woo! Dr. Booch will be proud. From olive fruit and olive leaves, a powerful antioxidant that supports overall health. So it comes from the leaves and the fruit. You know how everybody says the Mediterranean diet is so good for you. And we're always like, well, why? Because of olive oil, right? Well, this in particular constituent, if you will, is huge, 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 huge. I was actually on the call, and I was kind of like pulling some research that I could share with you really quick. It's amazing. So one capsule provides as much hydroxytyrosol as a liter of extra virgin olive oil. So one capsule has the amount of antioxidants in an entire olive oil bottle. That's insane, you guys. So I'm going to read really quick, and I'm going to talk fast because I know we're on a time crunch. Some of the things that I've read about it. Some of these things are not compliant, so please just know that when speaking about it, don't use the word cancer, don't use the word anti, all those things, but I will share just so that you have the knowledge, and then you can do the word gymnastics later. So I looked up some things, and it says, first of all, that it is one of the main, it's a phenol component of olive oil. It's present in the fruit and leaf, and we talk about phenols and polyphenols that are in, like, that's why fruit and vegetables are so good to eat for, you know, anti-cancerous properties and things like that, to keep our cells healthy. So it's a phenol. It says, okay, hold on. It's considered the most powerful antioxidant compound after gallic acid, and one of the most powerful antioxidant compounds between phenolic compounds from olive tree, followed by oleuropein, caffeine, and tyrosol. Y'all don't need to know those words, right? Due to its molecular structure, its regular consumption has several beneficial effects, such as antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, and as a protector of skin and eyes. And this is an abstract study. So you guys can go Google it and look it up. It's not like I'm just pulling from some random article. Cardiovascular disease, cancer, and even AIDS. The mechanisms of action include potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, among others. The importance of hydroxytyrosol and protection of low-density lipoproteins, and consequently its implication in the reduction of cardiovascular disease risk, because we always say the Mediterranean diet is so good for the heart, has been highlighted by the European Food Safety Authority, concluding that 5 milligrams of hydroxytyrosol and its derivatives should be consumed daily to reach this effect at physiological level. Okay, so we've got a bottle of this stuff that, again, one capsule equals an entire bottle of olive oil. So this is huge for folks, you guys. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna hit on the cardiovascular, and then I'll go into the cancer, and then I'll wrap it up. Okay, numerous studies have demonstrated the importance of naturally occurring dietary polyphenols in promoting cardiovascular health. Within the Mediterranean diet, much research has focused on active phenolic, hope I'm saying that right, compounds present in virgin olive oils to aid in explaining reduced mortality and morbidity observed. Among them, 2 isolated compounds, oleuropein and hydroxytyrosol, have received special attention. These compounds show several anti-inflammatory and anti-atherogenic activities, like meaning your arteries, such as the inhibition of LDL oxidation, platelet aggregation, and other factors involved in the development of atherosclerosis. You guys, big words this morning. I haven't had enough coffee. So that's amazing. So it's good for cardiovascular health. That's all you need to know. And Mediterranean diet, but it's so potent, this supplement that we have with our essential oils combined, you know it's going to be more absorbable. This and then cardio drives are going to be huge for people for heart stuff. I also was radiated in my heart area. So for me, I'm like, bring this stuff on. The more niche and the more stuff that we can keep our hearts because what happens is inflammation in our arteries happen based on overconsumption of carbohydrates and sugars. And so then the cholesterol, they get all bunched up and they get stuck. And then we've got clogged arteries. People think that fat causes clogged arteries. Fat does not do that. We know that the lipid hypothesis has been debunked. What it is too much carbs and sugars creating inflammation pockets. The cholesterol bunches up, gets stuck, and then we blame fat, but that's not actually true. So we need to just take the things that keep things sweeping through. Okay, so keep on going. Okay, cancer is among the most deadly diseases today. For this reason, scientists have sought alternatives to prevent this. It has been estimated that more than 2/3 of human cancers could be prevented through appropriate lifestyle, which includes proper nutrition. Over the past 20 years, many studies on human beings have indicated an inverse correlation between regular fruit and vegetable consumption and development of various types of cancer. Currently, one approach with enormous potential is cancer chemoprevention, which this is a new concept to me. Chemoprevention, as first defined by Spohr in 1976, uses natural, synthetic, or biological chemical agents to reverse, suppress, or prevent carcinogenic progression to invasive cancer. The chemoprevention by dietary phytochemicals is gaining increased attention because of their ability to modulate a plethora of signal transduction. Polyphenols are found within the group of substances with chemopreventative properties, as they affect several mechanisms, including removal of cancer agents, modulation of cancer cell signaling, and cell cycle progression, promotion of apoptosis, which is like, to me, it's like the cancer cells explode. I don't know if that's true, but that's how I see it in my head. And modulation of enzymatic activities. High concentrations of polyphenols from olive and olive products throughout history have been heavily exploited for risk reduction of several chronic diseases. In particular, the consumption of extra virgin olive oil is associated with a risk reduction of certain cancers supported by several epidemiological studies in human beings. Okay, then regarding the cancer chemopreventive activities, it has been shown, I'm going to use the word, it's HOTYR, which is the hydrotyrosol, so I don't have to say it. It's able to inhibit both initiation and promotion progression phases of carcinogenesis by preventing the DNA damage induced by different genotoxic molecules and by inhibiting proliferation and inducing apoptosis in different tumor cell lines. And then it says, likewise, anti-tumor effects of olive derivatives have been reported for different organs of the body, such as the pancreas, oral cavity, esophagus, colon, rectum, prostate, and lung. In the colon cancer case, my best friend's husband just died of colorectal cancer, so this is like huge. Okay. And just, yeah. Okay, colorectal, prostate, and lung. In the colon cancer case, it is mentioned that if the HOTYR would reach the colon in a distribution volume of around 250 milliliter, it would result in a concentration of approximately 72 UMOL, a value that induced a 50% inhibition of cell proliferation. Accordingly, it may exert chemopreventive activity on colon cancer, inhibiting cell proliferation. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about all of that. So 250 milliliters, you guys, is 8 fluid ounces. How much is a bottle of olive oil we just said? Like one capsule is an entire bottle of olive oil. You guys, I am mind blown, okay? So I hope that wasn't, I didn't talk too fast and that wasn't too sciencey for you guys. I get into this, I don't know why. My dad is a scientist and I swore I would never, ever do science in my life. I was like, I hate this, it's stupid, it's my worst subject, but I nerd out. So I hope that gives you something to be excited about, is that we really have these products. Like, I get all emotional because like people are dying. My best friend's husband just left 2 little kids and it's just not okay. It's not okay. And we have things that can help be preventative. So use your products, promote the olive oil, promote the CBD, all of it, you guys. So that's all I have, and we can take our science caps off. Okay.
Thanks, Rima. I hope everybody's mind's blown because mine is. That's amazing. I came home and Jonathan was like, well, what's it for? I'm like, Mediterranean diet? I don't know. I didn't look up all that stuff yet. I was like, there's so much information you get. You mentioned that I was kind of like, I need to like look up this stuff again, but that was amazing. So the olive essentials, yeah, there's 30 capsules that come in a bottle. We probably should all be taking it. I'll be giving it to her. So
Every day.
Every single day.
I should mute myself, but yes, every day. We should be
every day.
Why not? Yeah. Between that and Nature Red, we're just going to be like, our wrinkles are just going to start disappearing and they'll be like, are you 5?
Like, yeah, Fountain of Youth, Young Living.
Right?
I mean, that'll sell itself, for real. That is awesome. Thanks for all that information.
Oh, hope it wasn't too much, you guys.
Oh, it was awesome. It was so awesome. Okay, Katie wanted to jump back on super quick and just give us another CBD resource, she said. So, Katie, if you want to go ahead, and then we're going to have Kelly share a little bit more.
Yeah, just super quick. When I was mentioning both the book by Dr. Ali that talks about the essential oils and CBD together, and then Cody's book, which talks about CBD and how it works as well. And then Grow Workspace also will have 2 classes coming out, one on CBD and then one on CBD, and then the PSK as a companion kit. And so it'll be unique because part of what we have to do in order to get people to purchase CBD through Nature's Ultra is to help them get their starter kit first, or to get their wholesale account first through Young Living. So this will be a way that you can use the PSK to talk about how CBD will amplify the effects of the oils, and the oils amplify the effects of CBD, and talk about it through the PSK. So I just thought that was a cool perspective to share with you guys, so we can help kind of tie in both helping people get started with their Young Living membership, and then also getting on board with CBD, because a lot of people are really hyped up about CBD right now, but might not see the value in the essential oil piece as well. So it's kind of a way to get them that in the door. So I typed up in the comments, and I'll just push this through the different resources that I mentioned, but want to make sure you guys had access to all of that. That's all.
All right, thanks, Katie. All right, so yeah, so Katie put in the comment section all those resources. And again, I mean, Cody Lynn, she continues to talk about how, yeah, CBD and essential oils are such an amazing synergistic partnership. And that is something definitely that we have as an advantage from Young Living members, is that there's CBD everywhere. And just like essential oils, there's a lot of crap CBD out there. So you can buy it, you know, on every street corner now, pretty much. There's like these random little podunk places that they're like CBD, and I'm like, ew. So I think it's good to remember, one, the quality that we have, what Corianne said about it being with coconut oil, and also what the synergistic blend it has with our essential oil. So it's like you're giving your body the total like package there with those oils and with what they do and how they add to that CBD. It's much more than flavoring. It's much more than, you know, just, you know, a little bit extra, but it's really incredible. So incredible. Okay, I'm going to have Kelly jump on here now and talk a little bit about her favorite product, and then she was going to talk about a little bit about cost when it comes to convention.
Friends, how's everybody doing? All right, so first of all, if I'm swaying anyone to nausea, I apologize, but this is the beauty of this job, right? We just do what we gotta do. We make it work. My kids are upstairs somewhere. Reentry is hard, y'all, okay? It's hard. And it's been a bit of a show today. You know what kind of show I'm talking about. We're using that Peace and Calming roll-on and that Calm CBD roller, and right now they're quiet. So if they come down here and bum rush me, might throw a hot dog at them and, you know, say be on your way. Anyway, okay, we just have a couple minutes, so enough chatter. All right, so I'm supposed to talk about my favorite new product, and frankly, I love all of them, but I am going to talk about one that I am particularly blown away, and it might be not what you expect, but I'm talking about toothpaste, y'all. Whitening toothpaste. It is so flipping good. I was in Aroma Bright. No, that's a lie. I used Aroma Bright on my pits, non-compliant, and I used the Dentarome Ultra on my teeth. But we have something for both of those now because they reformulated the deodorant. Can I get an amen and an hallelujah? Because our deodorant was not my fave. And now I have one that works. I'm using the cinnamon one today, and that's not what I'm here to talk about. But anyway, so the whitening toothpaste, I have to say, I love the Dentarome Ultra, but it didn't leave me, like, I want to feel like I just Listerine'd my mouth when I'm done brushing, right? This one packs the most punch out of any of our toothpastes. It gives you that, like, whew, it's a little spicy feeling. And I like that personally. I want to know that I just brushed. Also, can I say that it foams a little, which is kind of exciting because I know I didn't have a problem with it not foaming, but I know a lot of people need to like foam at the mouth like a rabid dog to feel like you've brushed. And this one actually does that. I think it's the sodium bicarbonate in it, or maybe the calcium carbonate. I don't know, one of those carbonates that makes it foam a little bit, and I love it. So I don't know if Becky, are you planning on doing a whitening challenge or something with everyone?
I was talking about it. I mean, we've always done them with the orange oil. I think this would be better.
Let's do that because then we can get everybody trying the new whitening toothpaste. I love it. Love it, love it. My 7-year-old loves it. She said last night, she's like, can I just tell you, this is my favorite toothpaste. So it's not too spicy for 7-year-olds, but my 7-year-old has a pretty good palate. So anyway, she loves it. So there's that. And then, y'all, it's really hard to identify my favorite part of convention. Like everybody else, I love being in the same physical space as my people. These are the people we do life with every single day virtually. So to actually be, but you can't, you know, you guys, you can't read energy. You can't feel someone's energy virtually. Typically, you get them in the same space as you. And it's like, and especially a bunch of oilers, everyone oiled up, the energy, the vibe, like, is so crazy. It's amazing how many people will tell you, like, oh my gosh, I'm not a crier, but I just walked out and I lost it. And I know just something about being around everyone whose like frequencies are like elevated, and we like, for what we know that the oils do as far as like clearing emotions and stuff from like the really deep trapped spots in our bodies. Like there's so many people that just experience this emotional release, and that is so cool. But that's also not what I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about the value that, okay, you guys, every year Young Living brings in an amazing keynote speaker. Last year was Eric Worre, who's like the father of network marketing. Year before that was John Acuff, who wrote a book called The Happiness Advantage. He was incredible. This year, you guys, was the most amazing. I mean, every year's amazing. John Maxwell, you guys. John flippin' Maxwell. The man has written 82 books. I don't know about you guys, but for those of you that were there, I could have listened to him speak for hours and hours and hours. I couldn't take notes because I had Ella and I was rocking back and forth, but I looked at Becky next to me and she was frantically, like, her and Myra were frantically typing notes in the notes section on their phone. I'm like, did you get that? Did you get that? Did you get that? Like, write it down, because there was so many like sound bites, like one-liner punches that I just want to be like, oh, I want to put that on a meme. I want that on a meme so bad. And because it was just so good. You guys, we paid $169 for our convention ticket, and you would pay so much more than that to go to a conference by John Maxwell. This man is like doing entire leadership courses for huge corporations like Delta and entire hospital systems, and creating like just massive, amazing change. And so that alone, our keynote speakers are worth way more than the price of the ticket, okay? And we always leave our keynote speakers feeling inspired and motivated and just ready to implement the things that we learn, right? And so one of the things that I'm gonna do for my team, we have an awesome silver leader L'Oreal Adams, who started a 90-day hustle group. And what we talked about, Becky and I talked about after we left, was his high five or power five. What are the 5 things that you have to do every single day to grow your business? And so I think the 5 things that we came up with, or she came up with and ran them by me rather, were using your product and posting on social media, sharing, connecting with your team members, following up with prospects, what else? I forget. 15 minutes of personal growth. So just 15 minutes, because personal growth without action means nothing. And then participating in your uplines groups. And I love those 5 things. If we could all do those 5 things consistently every day, I know that our businesses would see tremendous growth. So I'm going to take care of the personal growth part for my team. I'm going to starting tomorrow, I'm going to walk everyone through one of John Maxwell's books. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to outline my favorite parts, and then I'm going to post about it, or I'm going to do a live video about it. And I just say this to illustrate the point that, like, we can take what those keynote speakers do and we can make it our own, and we can use it to grow our leadership and grow our teams. And so whatever you took from that, I would suggest just don't wait. Take it to your team right away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get after it before you don't do it, okay? And then the other thing that I want to talk about real quick is getting to convention. Plan to get to convention. You guys, This is an investment in your business, and it is so, so worth it. Katie said she didn't go to convention until she was a gold. Y'all, I didn't go to convention until I was a platinum. What? Like, why? I'm not kidding. I didn't invest in myself or in my business in that way. And man, do I regret it. Okay. So what I'm telling you is we have 11 months. We have 11 months this year. So we got to get on it because it's in June next year. And I did a little bit of math for you guys. If you save, now I'm going to give you a healthy budget for convention. It can be done much less expensive, but I'm going to give you a healthy budget. If you save $35 a week for 44 weeks, because that's what we've got left, 11 months, 44 weeks, or 45 weeks, I don't know. You guys, this is very green of me. Numbers are hard, okay? But if you save $35 a week for 44 weeks, that is going to give you $1,540 to work with for convention. That's generous. If you figure $200 for your ticket, which is actually less right now, if you are a convention goer from this year, you can purchase your ticket pre-registration until July 31st for $169. Early bird pricing starts August 1st and it jumps up to $199, and that goes through September 30th. And then after that, it's going to jump up to $215. So get it early, okay? So if you figure you save $35 a week for 44 weeks, that leaves you $200 for your ticket, $350 to $400 for your flight. Don't wait until the week before convention to buy your flight. That's just, you will pay $1,000 for your flight if you do that. Don't do that, I'm telling you. $300 to $400 for lodging. And again, you can do that less expensive, you guys, for lodging. Find 3 friends, room with them, okay? That's the way to do it on the cheap. Find 3 friends and share a room with them, okay? $200 for food, and that leaves you an extra $340 for extra spending. So whether that's on convention product or the YL gear shop or whatever, that's a generous budget, okay? And like I said, you can do it for much less expensive. Might require some creativity and planning, but also remember that every single purchase for convention is a write-off. Every single thing. When you stop at Starbucks at the airport, that's a write-off, okay? All of those things can be written off. So make sure you're keeping track of your receipts. But we have an entire year, 11 months to plan to get there. Grab your tickets now. If something happens and you need to sell them, you can always sell them. But I would rather have you get it now and be prepared and just anticipate that it's going to happen for you and then make it happen, because you are worth investing in your business, right? Your business is worth investing in. Just plan on making it happen, okay? Grab those ticks as soon as possible. You will not regret it, you guys. It's said that people who go to convention, who make it a priority, slingshot their businesses and shave off years off of their growth, which I think is pretty powerful. So I encourage you to do that. I would love, love, love to see every single one of you there next year. All right, that's what I got for you.
Thanks, Kelly. All right, y'all hear that? $35 a week for the next 44 weeks. I think all of y'all can do that. And, you know, if you need to be creative about how you need that extra money to come in, start teaching at least 2 classes a month even. And you can watch your business grow as you anticipate that growth when you get to convention. So that's the insane part. I mean, and I love this. So y'all, if you watch me on Instagram, or I think on the last call, I always talk about her. My favorite mentor is Brooke Castillo. She always talks about how she invests in her mind. That investing in her mind is the best thing she can ever invest in. And investing in convention is investing in your mind. It's investing in your growth. It's investing in your mindset. It's investing in your interaction with networking and other people and growing those relationships. And it's really, regardless of whether you go mostly to learn about products, mostly to learn about business, mostly to learn about both, it's going to take you and your own personal growth to the next level. And so, like Kelly said, grab those tickets. There's going to be less tickets available this year than there has been this past year, because this convention, they had it at a big football field. I'm not sure how they're doing it every year, but next year it's supposed to be back at Vivint. So that means it'll be a smaller group. So you'll want to grab those and have those tickets, because they will be worth gold. complete gold. So get them for sure. I have time. We're going a little bit over. We're shooting for an hour for our content, but I'm going to I can grab a couple questions if anyone has a question and wants to jump on with that. I'll also have Kelly write out her price breakdown, and we'll write out those 5 points and we'll put them in a post so y'all can have all that too and share with your teams. Make sure you share with everyone. This call will be recorded, and so we'll also give you this call, like the last call was recorded, and you can make sure you share it with your teams. But does anybody have some questions? Anyone? You can unmute yourself if you have some.
I asked one in the comments, Becky.
Okay.
I can ask it out loud. I was curious about the videos from the classes, if that was going to be something that you knew about. I thought that I heard that it was going to be available, but I'm just seeing PowerPoints at this point.
You mean from convention?
Mm-hmm.
I am not totally sure. I know they were offering graphics, and I don't totally know if there's videos from all the classes available. Does anybody?
Becky, I think they will have the videos posted, but they said it would take a little while to get them up. Jalen said it would take a little while. And then I think they're available until sometime in September.
Okay, is that just for convention attendees?
I think for the workshops, and I think they also said that they would have John Maxwell up too.
Okay. So hopefully we can look for that coming up. All right, anybody else?
Becky?
Yeah.
Okay, question. When we were at convention during the general sessions, they did say that they are going to be posting the content from general sessions for us to share with our teams. Mm-hmm. But in our virtual office, it says it's for convention attendees only, do not share. But we heard it from the stage that we can, right?
I'll ask. I really don't know.
I'm like, dang it. I should have took more videos and took pictures of all the graphics.
Yeah, I am not totally sure. It sounds like there's a little blip in communication there.
And that was the guy that said that was the one that put our app together for us. And he said that he did it for us so that we could be present and not have to take all the pictures and the videos. Right. And he did say we could share it.
Okay, I'll double check on that one.
Okay.
We'll find out. All right, one more question. Or any question about like any of the content or any of the products?
Does anybody want to share too about their favorite part of convention that was there for anybody? If anybody doesn't have any questions, just to share what you got out of it. Maybe a first timer or something.
I'm not a first timer, but I'd like to share something.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I know if you've been following Revolution Oils and been following our Revolution Oils Instagram account, oh my word, it was so much fun this past week seeing everybody hashtag Revolution Oils. I felt so connected to everybody. But I just want to encourage you guys to share in Revolution Oils, share your pictures on Instagram. Sorry. I know so many people, they just want to be seen. And our group can be so big and you can feel like everybody's having fun but you, and you have all this amazing stuff to share. And so you guys, our group is for you to be seen. And I can't tell you how many people stopped me at convention, and I'm like, I'm just a silver, but I can't tell you how many people stopped me and said, oh, you post in Revolution Oils. I see you in Revolution Oils. And you know that this is our community, and it's going to be what you make of it. And so we want to see you guys. We want you to go to convention and have friends because of Revolution Oils, because of our Instagram, and because of our Facebook. And so that was a big takeaway for me this week, is just connecting with all you Revolution Oilers.
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, that's a good reminder. I love the Instagram account, is so fun. for everybody that is, tagging Revolution Oils in their photos and in their stories and all that stuff. It's so cool to see what everybody's up to, and to be able to connect with actually other members on our team for sure. I love that. Someone asked Corianne if we know the benefits of the skin benefits. Did you hear anybody talk about the skin benefits at convention?
In particular regarding the oil?
Yeah.
No. The oil, like the CBD oil, no, but the actual oil, the 25th anniversary oil with all the essential oils, I mean, all the skin benefits of these oils are pretty well documented and lots of testimonies, especially with like rose and sandalwood and all that stuff. So I don't know of any, I just know that CBD skincare is everywhere. So that's why I was trying to make a little DIY with what we do have.
That's true. You can find a lot of CBD skincare on the market.
Well, and like, yeah, more companies are coming out with it and trying to like use it to stay competitive. But, you know, if we have the best essential oils, there's just really no comparison.
I just looked up. Have you heard any actual like testimonials or anything at convention about on skin?
No.
I just looked it up real quick, and it just says it's got restorative solution for skin types, including acne prone and sensitive. It reduces inflammation. It helps with acne, anti-aging, and others. So it just sounds like our oils, it's just another.
Yeah.
But because we know CBD is so strong, added with those oils, I mean, I never even thought of that. So thank you. I'm like, yes, please. So really cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, aren't some of the properties of CBD are anti-inflammatory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So any kind of skin issues that have to do with any kind of inflammation or irritation, as well as, you know, puffiness or cellular inflammation,
Totally.
that's just going to help it even more. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's super exciting.
I know.
It even provides itch relief. Who knew?
There you go. Well, so I'm 50, right?
No, you're not.
I am. I totally am.
Or not.
But I'm half Korean, so I've got this great skin. But I've got what I've got these darker spots, and the dermatologists are all like, well, you know, you're half Asian, so sometimes that takes over your whole entire face. Hi. Thanks. No. So I mean, I really want to do the toothpaste challenge because I drink a lot of coffee. But I'm thinking that I'm going to put that serum together, and I'm going to just try to get like really close up. I've got the little lipid, Dr. Pimple Popper probably would know exactly what these are. I don't know. They're just little lumps that I want to see if that will like make a difference. Because being 50, I think that if I can show like, well, here, you know, I already look like I'm 35, but what happens after I use this serum?
Yeah.
For a month.
Well, take a picture now, please.
Yes.
Take lots of
right?
pictures.
How amazing would that be? I could look like Rayma after a little while.
No, Corianne, let's be real. I love your skin.
Darling, you're beautiful.
Gorgeous girl. Really quick, I was going to say too, use lemon. You guys all know this, but use lemon oil with those dark spots in the winter. You know, with all of that too. I've got some of that melasma, whatever stuff, because I lived in Maui for a while. So yeah, that's always good. Added CBD and what she said, boom.
Yeah, and they're actually like raised.
Yeah, and you also take a lot of sulfurzyme. You've noticed a lot of improvement with sulfurzyme, which is huge. Guys, our products are so good. Blows my mind.
They're awesome. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure, I know like last night I was like, oh my gosh, we have a call today.
We will convention hungover.
I know. We will schedule another call for next month for sure. So make sure you are letting your team know, promoting it to your team. Share this call when I get it up, when it gets all downloaded and all that fun stuff. And we will be on here again next month and be chatting more. So thank you guys for joining us. And enjoy your convention products. And I can't wait. Like, make sure you're giving your testimonials of what you've already used in those posts. I know probably everyone's group now has a post about testimonials. So share them with all the people. And we'll see you guys soon.
Okay.
Thanks,
Bye.
Becky.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.